Welcome to Beyond the Forecast. I'm meteorologist Yaakov Kansor. The big story today was a short-lived but significant dust storm all throughout Israel. Now here's a webcam from the Gilo neighborhood of Jerusalem. At about 2 o'clock you can see the haze starting to move in. But all of a sudden, within an hour, by 3 o'clock, in the next slide, you have just a wall of dust moving in, dropping visibility down to about a half a mile in some cases and make it very difficult to breathe for many. Now what caused this dust storm? Now here we can see one of the major causes was this easterly wind that picked up throughout the day, especially into the afternoon, and brought dust in from the Middle East and North Africa. Now by evening, this is 8 o'clock, the wind direction shifted to west all throughout the country, and that brought in much nicer Mediterranean air and cleared out most of the dust. Now here we have a satellite loop, and you can see our next storm spinning in the lower right part of the picture between Greece and Italy, and it's really not moving very fast, and that's going to be important later on. Here's a map of temperatures across southeastern Europe. You see much warmer air out ahead of the storm system across Greece and Turkey, and well below freezing temperatures filtering in behind the storm over Italy, France, and Germany. Now here's something very interesting. This is an ensemble forecast indicating different forecast scenarios over the next 2 weeks. Bottom we see precipitation, and at the top we see temperatures aloft for Tel Aviv. Now we see the peak of the rain is indicated to be on Saturday, and then lighter rain on Sunday and Monday, then a break for Tuesday and Wednesday, and then another storm indicated by the end of next week, along with another cool down, and even some members indicating cold enough temperatures for snow in the hills by next Friday. But that's very far out. Now here's a more updated version 12 hours later, and it indicates a much stronger storm for the middle to end of next week and coming in a little bit earlier, so we'll have to see if that trend continues. Now here's the upper level wind forecast for Wednesday of next week, and we see another deep area of trough of low pressure over eastern Europe and eastern Mediterranean. And this is a more updated version, even a deeper trough, indicating a stronger storm for the middle to end of next week. Now here is the WRF model, a local model for Israel. This is this evening and tonight, Thursday night, very little precip. Now 12 hours later, by Friday morning, we see precipitation beginning mainly over the northern part of Israel, spreading toward Jerusalem by midday. Now by the evening and nighttime hours, we see moderate to heavy precipitation over the northern central part of Israel. And then by Friday night and Saturday morning, that continues. And then finally, Saturday afternoon and evening, we see the last slide here, we see the precipitation lightening up just a little bit. Now we're going to look at temperatures aloft just to see the chances of snow are. Now we see early on, this is Thursday night, we see very warm conditions, and that led to temperatures well in the 60s and 70s over most of Israel today. Now this cold air slowly filters in from the west by Friday morning. And now if you look at the deeper greens over northern Israel, those are coming in by Friday night, indicating a chance of snow at the highest elevations. And the deeper greens progress southward, that's below freezing air well aloft. This is into Saturday morning. And then Saturday afternoon and evening, the real cold air finally starts to come down, and that's when snow could be possible in the lower elevations, down to about 800 meters in the northern part of Israel. Now here's a sequence of maps from the European forecast model going into the longer range. This is considered the most reliable model in general across the world. And here is the forecast for Saturday night. We can see general stormy area over the eastern Mediterranean that continues into Sunday night. And then slowly a ridge of high pressure builds in across the eastern Mediterranean and Israel by Monday night into Tuesday. And that creates an area of fair weather, so a break in the weather. And then another storm starts digging into Greece and Italy by Tuesday night, and then finally by Wednesday night that slowly pushes eastward, but we see the high pressure over eastern Europe slows its progress, and then finally by Thursday night the storm really starts affecting eastern Mediterranean and Israel, and a much colder wave of air comes in. Here's a forecast for 4 cities across Israel. We can see Eilat is the place to be if you want to escape the storm. Tel Aviv, quite rainy through Sunday, and Sfat is the place with the closest chance of any type of snow as the temperature gets down to about 1 to 2 Celsius Friday and Saturday night. Jerusalem temperature is just not cold enough for any type of snow. Now here's the storm summary. This is going to be a whopper of a storm, the biggest storm of the season certainly. It's going to be lasting Friday through Monday, but the real peak of the storm Friday night into Saturday. And we're expecting 40 to 75 millimeters of precipitation across most of Israel, and that equates to about 1.5 to 3 inches of precipitation. It's going to be the heaviest snow of the season across the Hermon, and snowfall accumulations may occur down to about 1,000 meters in the Golan. Enjoy the snow if it falls, but elsewhere, stay warm. I hope you enjoyed the video. Shabbat Shalom, u'mivorach.